nominees for the TV sector. Nominations of quality.
I am Ricky Klimakov. I'm nominating. I nominated Bensikat for the board. I'm speaking in his behalf now. He's on his way. I've seen his work with the KBP. He's so active, and we've been together in some committees. So I highly nominate him. And as I've talked to him last night, he expressed his desire to maintain his position as Vice President for Radio. Thank you.
May we know his position on the position of Abel and Radle Vicente and Sons?
He represents Vicente and Sons as the Marketing Director.
Marketing Director. Okay,
Yeah.
thank you. Can I ask?
I am Jose Luxilio from BPN Broadcasting Network. I am the VP for Engineering of our network.
I'm sorry.
And I'm the husband of Brenda. And also I'm the son-in-law of George Bayona. We've been in the station for...
Eman, excuse me, maybe can you move the microphone so that the nominees talk in front, facing the members? Kasi likod po ninyo nakikita.
What else do you need to know?
Bertie, please let them take this question. So we wait for the straight na tayo. Pakipit mo na to. 2 minutes. Please to start.
It's a long story. The question is question number 9. What do you think needs to be done to strengthen KBP as a self-regulating association? I think in order to be a self-regulating station, a self-regulating association, the officers of the KBP should set an example to the others so that they will be emulated in their actions, in their networks.
Thank you.
Rino Basilio is the oldest. I'm one of the senior citizens now here. The question is, should KBP make a stand on social issues that affect the country, not necessarily that which only affect the broadcast industry, that is allied industries. For example, RH Bill, Freedom of Information Bill, etc. Why or why not? Why not? I think since we are broadcasting as broadcasters to people, our audience are persons, mga tao po ito. Hindi pwede po tayo maging neutral kung ano pangangailangan ng tao. That's why we have to make certain, how do you call this one, statements. We have to make a stand, but then it should be a consensus stand, or at least a majority stand. In other words, it does not take away the freedom of each station of the person. It's just that this is how we feel, should we move on that. So, sa aking palagay, kinakailangan pa rin dahil kung hindi tayo kikilos, kung hindi tayo sasama, marami lang na tayong criticism, ayan ang paninindigan natin. You cannot always be neutral every time, everywhere, and whatnot. So we need at least to make a stand on certain issues. Thank you po.
Thank you, Father.
What would you suggest to improve the economic performance of the broadcast industry, especially among media?
Louder, please.
What would you suggest to improve the economic performance of the broadcast industry, especially among the medium and small networks?
Narinig mo rin
Oh.
Okay, siguro the most important move that we need to do as an industry is something that we started in 2010, which is about surveys. One of the main reasons why we were having a hard time convincing the major advertisers to look at radios because we could not justify their purchase of radio because they didn't have any basis. There were no metrics. I think the advertisers and the agencies have started considering radio since 2010 because there was a more consistent conduct of radio surveys since 2010 by Nielsen. We're glad that Nielsen started that. And we are continuing that kind of program this year. As everyone knows, Kantar was selected. And I think the response from the advertisers is very positive. That's one. As an industry, we should do that. If you talk about individual stations, I think obviously we cannot all be number one. If we're number one, it's a good move or it's a good reason for advertisers to buy us. But obviously we cannot all be number one. The answer to those stations that can be number one is for them to create their own niche in their own market. I think the fact that surveys are now different from what we had before, where it's all GRPs, which means we're all rated total rating points. Now the surveys can read specific market segments that we can serve. For example, a station can serve male, adult, over 40 years old, about that. So we can create our own market niche. And the current types of surveys that are being conducted can actually identify those. So we can create a niche for our own stations, and we don't have to be number one. Thank you.
I represent Ultrasonic Broadcasting. I am the current network sales manager and head of operations for Manila Energy FM. My question is number 20. In what ways would you help promote active participation of KBP members, especially the inactive ones? I'm sure the current board has initiated moves in this regard. And in any large organization, a problem of inactive members always persists. But maybe for starters, I think there is a need to find out what exactly is causing the inactivity among these members. That's where the key, I guess, lies. If we know where or in what regard or what reasons that some members are active, that will be the key. Solving, for example, some of them are no longer attending because of past overdue accounts or something like that. Maybe some sort of forgiveness or just to get them back, or maybe discounting, or if it's a matter of principle or otherwise. I'm sure some explanations could be made. And also because we're a network, and a lot of us are a network by, in essence, we can network through to these inactive members on the local level, or even from individual members, because I'm sure some of them know some of these people who are inactive, and they can be reached out through them, if not from the present board itself. Thank you.
Salome, I represent ABS-CBN. Privileged to have served the KBP for 2 years already, and if I get elected again, hopefully another term for another year. I've started plans for a number of big projects, hindi lang natuloy this year due to budget considerations, but hopefully we get to implement them next year. And that's somehow related to the question that I'm being asked. In your opinion, what are the top 3 urgent and important matters that KBP has to attend to, and how can they be addressed? I think Mr. President touched on one very important aspect, the importance of surveys. Why is a survey important? Because we need to continue to explain to our stakeholders, to our consumers, the importance of broadcast. Radio in particular, some people say that it's a dying medium. I don't believe it is. There is a resurgence of radio. And through surveys, whether they're personal listening surveys, household surveys, car surveys, or probably even social media surveys that help determine the engagement levels consumers continue to have with the broadcast sector, I think that would be very important to the growth and sustainability of our business. So that's one. And in relation also to that, I think we need to continuously leverage the power of our medium. We are in broadcast. We can communicate to our consumers, to the agencies, how important we are. And that's why we want to resurrect the KBP Media Fest so that we continue to be visible to the industry. I think we have the power again to rival the ad board in terms of mounting activities such as these, because we have a very powerful sector and we can use that. And third is the influence we have on public issues. We remain to be watchdogs as part of the media sector, so I think we should continue to use our power for the betterment of our country. Thank you.
Progressive Broadcasting Corporation. I've been with the board for many years now. I've been privileged to be with the board in the TV sector and representing the sector as its vice president. The question today was, do you think KBP will soon become obsolete, considering the coming of new media, which broadcast owners and broadcasters themselves appropriate to extend its reach and survival? Why or why not? It's funny, no? Every time we meet, ito palagi yung issue. No? And it is an issue, new media versus traditional broadcast media. But if this is a big issue, why is the biggest telecoms company willing to pay 50 billion pesos for a TV and radio network, which is not even a KBP member? Siguro kung KBP member yun, hindi binibenta pa. Yun ang ibig sabihin ko. I think we're really short-selling ourselves because the truth is, the name of the game is content. And who knows content? Who knows the content game? It's not these guys, telecoms. It's us, no? Every day we're producing this content. I think we're short-selling ourselves for that. And instead of worrying about that, and if you look at them now, they don't really create content. MTP doesn't create content. He just connects people. He provides them with pipes. No? He has a lot of money to do that, and that's more of a banking game. The content game natin yun. So I think the focus there should be for us to, number one, improve our content and make that more saleable. Number two, improve the context of that content. And by that I mean technically our signal. And one of the things I'd like to do this year is to push for digital radio broadcasting. I've already been pushing for digital TV broadcasting. But this year's on digital radio. My other fear there is if we don't do digital radio, these telecoms companies are going to take those frequencies away from us. So it's not only a matter of, we have to keep our own pipe, and not only will we be giving our consumers a better signal, but we can give them multiple content as well. So that's my answer to that question. I don't think it's a problem. I think it's an opportunity for us. I hope the KBP can help us do that. And I personally will do my best. Salamat.
Thank you, Asan. Informing you that Level Day and Holy Mass tomorrow celebrated by Father Bong at 7 a.m. in the morning. Right, Father? Dito here in this room. Thank you.
Wala lang po space. Dito sa number.
Notre Dame.
Network.
Beam.
Kaya po, parang hindi na ipahirapan. Sapa ko muna. Okay na?
Laing butal pala ako, dalawa.
Noel, are we complete now? Are you done? Not yet, okay.
Your vote will still count. Yeah.
Excited si sir.
Engineer Arman Ursal of West Broadcasting Incorporated.
Minimum of 4 characters. Meron pa ba isa? Yes, sir. Registration.
University of Mindanao Broadcasting Network, Mr. Guillermo Torres.
Ano yun? Word or alphanumeric?
Pwede rin po.
Supreme Broadcasting.
Network po.
Pasok ako yun.
Oh, siya na?
Wala na po.
Okay na. Raja.
Mag-register na pa kayo? Wala na pa
Yes, nag-register na siya. Wala. Interview pa siya muna. Nakita ko pa. Ha? Wala nag-register na siya. Siya din, dalawa kami naman, di ba? Si Dada. Pero pinag- Oo, bukod na siya.
Malam nakapag-register na pa. Register na pa.
Nag-register na siya. Okay.
Nag-
Hindi ko ako. Oh.
Yun na. Parehas pa din. Tama ba?
Sir, paano na yun?
Regimen na daw, tsaka
Meron na,
proud din
tapos
kayo.
na.
Proud din. Dalawa?
Oo, dalawa.
Dalawa, tapos na.
Wala na pa.
Last call for these eligible voters, Mr. Roque and Yamba Pagadian Broadcasting Corporation, Mr. Rudy Tayo is already here, Manual Broadcasting System, Mr. Danny Delanco of Bohol Broadcasting, Bohol Chronicle Radio, Monsignor Rufino Suplido of the Catholic Bishops Conference of the Philippines, Captain Emmanuel Diasen of Department of National Defense, Mr. Butch Canay of Gold Liberal Broadcasting System, Mr. Edwin Torres of Masawa Broadcasting Corporation, Mr. Paulo Torres of Mount Apple Broadcasting System, Engineer Armand Lorzal of West Broadcasting Incorporated, and Mr. Guillermo Torres Jr. of
May po
UMB.
register ka mamaya, buboto ko kayo. Yun yung password na ginamit niyo. Wala pa po. Mamaya pa po. Registration pa kayo.
Starting with the letters A to E. Yes. Please look for an available computer for you to cast your vote. A to E.
Ito, meron sa Sara. Ay, ma'am, Sara po.
Sabihin mo.
We have 25 computers.
Oy, nervous. Alam ba ginagawa mo dyan? Tagal ka hindi mo boto.
So, meron pa tayo ibang pag-ante. Letter F, G, H.
Tinutulungan ko na si Roda ba? May sakit nga, nasa hospital ngayon. Pera. Ano pa ibuboto yun? Ang chairman to niya. Medical center.
Naghahanap rin siya ng agad movie.
Pero ano na lang.
Tama ba, Sir Dan? Ganun ba? Sir Dan ang dating ano dyan eh, chairperson na yan. 11 muna after that, second round, opposition.
Oo, sobra ng isa. Isa lang katanggal. Ano sasabihin niya?
Maalat ka.
Nababasa.
Try again. Pwede tumi try again.
Ay, nawala yung connection, Noel.
Ay, Sir Noel, nawala doon yung connection. Unable to connect.
Mike, tatawagin natin yung
Sino po? Si Sir
Please
Mike?
inform that the alternates can vote if the official representative is not here, provided the official candidate provided the official is not the candidate.
Pwede ko mag-iboto si Baganyan?
Baka makuha yung boto nila hindi naman.
Register ba si Baganyan?
Oo, nag-register siya. Kapag daw kunin yung binoboto.
Ba't hindi makapasok?
Disconnect.
Nakapasok ka?
Wala. Okay na ako. Okay na ako yun. Ngayon pa rin.
Sir Dan, tsaka yung sa kabila.
Noel, pasukin mo.
Hindi, ito nakakuga.
Starting with the letters F to I. All companies with starting letters from F to I, kindly please look for an open station so you can cast your vote.
Kung nasagot mo yun, nasagot ko rin.
Ay na po. Ginagawa lang yun.
For those who are voting or having technical problems, just kindly raise your hand. The technicians. Okay, now opening the floor for letter R.
Eight and 12.
Okay, for the last batch, all companies starting from letter U onwards. So cast your vote.
Kasi hindi nag-register kanina pa kami nagtatanong. Ano siya na lang inibig.
Tapos pwede na lang siya.
Mental calculation. Kasi nasa amin ang Quarry Lord, Gambling Lord, yung mga drug lord, padaan-daan doon.
Pwedeng iwan.
Mas malaki yan.
For the tabulation for the members of the PBB Board of Trustees. Caspanyo Herman, New Sound 78 votes. Cardona Francis 78. Yago Tosilito 78. Bartolome Puki 78. Galang 78. Ligao 78. Father Bongaya 77. Putz Canoy 76. Sikat Albert. Ano mali? Excuse me, from Galang, 78. Henares, 78. I forgot, I think I missed Atom. Nipdao, 77. Bongayan, 76. Tanoy, 73. Sikat Albert, 67. Locsin, 65. Inong Wilfredo, 32. So the calculation shows that we have elected 11 members of the board, and it is there. So Jose Locsin is the new member of the board. Congratulations to all of you.
EBB.
So when you please come, we have to talk first. We beg your partners in the ilang po.
Parang nag-uusap ka, no? Parang iglesia. Bumoto 78. Pinag-usapan niya. Oo, pinag-usapan niya. Yung
open the nomination respective positions. Kasi among the 11, so we are opening nomination here present for chairman.
Then we move now to F2. F2M. Letters F2M. For East, FDS. Filipinas, First Love, First United. Mrs. Khan, Golden Broadcast, Gold Label, Good News, GB Broadcasting, GBM Radio, Sonic, NS Broadcast, Sugar Broadcasting, Interactive, Intercontinental, Kaisar, Layaan, Mabuhay, Manila Broadcasting, Sawa, Mount Apo, Mountain Province,